state situated on the tropical Malabar coast of southern West India, is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the country. Named as one of the 10 paradises of the world by National Geographic traveler, Kerala is famous especially for its ecotourism initiative and beautiful backwaters. Unique culture and traditions have made Kerala one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. Growing at the rate of 13.31%, the tourism industry is a major contributor to the state's economy. Tourists often visit Kerala for a limited time and then return to their home countries, unlike the people who live in Kerala. The tagline, God's own country, was adopted in its tourism promotion and became a global super brand. Kerala is known for its beaches, backwater in Alappuzha and Kollam, mountain ranges, and wildlife sanctuaries. Our experiences in Kerala. We decided a trip to Kerala for a documentary. We started from Secunderabad station and boarded Sabri Express. It was around a day and a half journey. We got down at Ernakulam and boarded an auto that took us to Fort Cochin. Fort Cochin is a mix of old houses built by the Portuguese, Dutch, and British in these colonial period line the streets of Fort Kochi. St. Francis Church was built in 1503 by Portuguese as a Catholic church. Vasco da Gama was buried in this church, which now falls under the Church of South India and is one of the national monuments.
And then the next thing, boom.
Yeah,
Never to return.
gone forever. Have you seen the movie Lion?
No, actually, it was on Netflix last night, and that came up, and I was like, "Am I alive?" But I didn't start. It's just me.
It's kind of a hip.
Is it? Yeah, but it's set in the
Yeah. It's I saw it in.
Which is very beautiful.
We then headed towards the beach. The beach is used for commercial purpose and we can't bathe in it. We took the photo of the famous Chinese fishing net and saw how it functions. There were flocks of terns waiting on the other Chinese fishing nets to feed on the fishes or the shrimps. Once the Chinese net was lifted up, the birds would fly around to get the catch as the fishermen tried to shoo them away. There were many foreign tourists in Fort Cochin. They were sunbathing and enjoying the beauty of Kerala. Beside the beach, fishermen was trying to sell fresh fish, crabs, squid and shrimp of all types to the tourists. If they wished to buy, they would then clean and cook them as they liked for some extra cost. We sat in the beach for hours before we headed to the hotel. The next day, we took a 7-hour tour of backwaters of Kerala. The Kerala backwater is a chain of blackish lagoons and lakes lying parallel to the Arabian Sea coast known as the Malabar coast of Kerala state in southern India. The networks include 5 large lakes linked by canals, both man-made and natural, fed by 38 rivers and extending virtually half the length of the Kerala state. The backwater were formed by actions of waves and shore currents creating lower barrier islands across the mouth of many rivers flowing down from the Western Ghats range. The next day we headed to Munnar. Munnar is a town and a hill station located in Idukki district of southern West India, state of Kerala. Munnar is situated around 1600 meters above the sea level in the Western Ghats mountain range. Munnar is also called the Kashmir of South India. We contacted the local tour operator for a half-day tour. We visited the viewpoint. It is located near the tea garden. It's a photo spot for tourists visiting Munnar. Next, we visited the Mattupatti Dam. The dam view was breathtaking. The very next day, early in the morning, a tour operator came with the jeep. First, we visited the Lakham waterfalls. The waterfall is located on the top of the hill. The weather was freezing cold. We stopped here and there to drink hot tea on the way to the Lakkam waterfalls. Once we reached our itinerary, we could hear the water cascading through the rocks. We entered the waterfall. The water was very cold and we had to cross many rocks before reaching the waterfall. We sat there for hours, taking photos, bathing and sunbathing, etc. It was a wonderful experience. After that, we returned to our jeep for the next stop, Munaira Dolem. It's a hill with houses that belong to the Neolithic era. It's a beautiful hill with very beautiful view. It was one of the most beautiful and peaceful places we visited. People used to stay here.
Yes,
Inside this?
inside this cell.
It is so small. How did they stay? How many people?
Only maximum four people there.
How many years back?
100 years.
Nobody stays now. Okay. So you can see inside also. It is very beautiful.
Inside.
And that is also house. Everything, small house. Which culture? Dravidian? The next day we headed to the top hill station view. It's the border between Kerala and Tamil Nadu. As the name says it was on the top of the hill. We climbed further, the weather became very cold. It took around 2 hours to reach the top hill. It was drizzling when we reached. We waited near a fruit shop for the rain to stop. In the meantime, we tasted the passion fruit and 3 tomatoes. It was very tasty and we were delighted as it is the first time we were tasting those fruits. Hence, this is how a trip ended in Kerala. Then very next day we took Sabri Express from Alwa to Hyderabad and returned to Hyderabad.